Alright guys, so this is just a quick look at the Newbeedrone Acro BeeBrain Brushless. Let's go down to the table and take a closer look at it. So this is the up close of the Newbeedrone BeeBrain Brushless. It comes in this nice box. Does not come with lipos, but it does come with spots to hold your lipos. And we're just running these Newbeedrone Nectar Gold Series 300 mAh. Where's my focus? There it is. Take these out. There's a quad, and it does come with binding instructions as well. So yeah, just a quick look at the quad. I like the all clear because this does have RGB LEDs on the flight controller board. The flight controller does have an integrated VTX, but the RX is separate. This is the FreeSky version. And there's a USB plug. Just using a PH2 connector. Motors are, let's see if that'll show up, 18,000 kV. I can't even see that. That's the Goober canopy. I've been flying this thing a ton this week. Well, this week? No, last week, sorry. I've been flying it like every day since I bound it. And no issues with durability. You can see like some stress marks on the front of the frame from like how much I've crashed it. Let me show you the LEDs. So that's pretty cool. I've got the back one set to purple, and I think it's set to whatever that mode is that makes it pulse. And then I like the teal on the front. LEDs are always cool, and it's they just they really show up with this clear canopy. So it's kind of weird, and again, I don't fly a lot of tiny whip quads. I haven't flown one this small in a while, but I've been having a lot of fun with it because it's like super stable, and I think that has something to do, if you look at it from the profile view, you can see that the lipo is like sucked up in to the frame. The lipo is actually above the motor line. So if you think about that in terms of like a 5-inch quad, that would be like mounting your lipo inside your frame. And anytime you can get the weight of the lipo as close to the thrust line of the propellers, it's going to eliminate any pendulum effect, any kind of like inertia swing. I think that has something to do with why this thing handles so well. One other thing to note is I did see in Nick Burns' review that he was concerned about the location of the USB port being on top of the lipo, but what I've noticed is if you look at it, the frame has these stops for the lipo, and that it's kind of hard to see, but that descends below the USB port, but I don't know, by like a 0.5 millimeter. So I mean, again, I haven't had any issues, and I've been crashing the crap out of this thing. All right, let's go back up and fly it around the house. All right, guys, so that was the tabletop. Let's see how she flies. Hopefully, I don't just spend the whole time crashing the crap out of it. I don't think I mentioned the camera is pretty sure it's made by Newbeedrone, but it's it's decent. It's got that typical micro fisheye look going on, but it doesn't bother me a whole lot. But yeah, I don't know what it is about this particular quad, but it's just been like really stable for me, and it's been pretty easy to just kind of rip it around the house. But yeah, again, no real issues with durability. My big fierce Catahoula, he hates this thing. Alright guys, so that was some indoor flying. Now we're going to flip it into Acro Mode and fly it in the backyard. Disclaimer, I haven't actually flown it in the backyard yet, so yeah, we'll get to experience this together. You know, I figure they call it an Acro Bee, so let's see what these brushless motors do. We'll just kind of take it easy for a minute. Hopefully it's not too windy. Pretty smooth. They've got a lot of expo in the rates. Oh God. Oh, what? Okay. I totally meant to do that. Ooh. So yeah, it flies pretty decent outside. It's, you know, it's early morning, so there's no wind. You know, obviously would not try to fly this in any kind of wind. So yeah, it flies pretty decent outside. Probably not something I would do very often. You know, I have like so many other quads for flying outside in the backyard, even up to my 5-inch. For me, it's more of an indoor flyer, and I've had a ton of fun flying it in the house. And it's weird. I don't know what it is, if it's the motors or the CG, but I've never had a micro this easy to fly inside my house. Even the Meteor 75 on 1S, that's a really stable quad too, but it does not fly like this guy. And it doesn't. I noticed that like with the tune, I went in, and I do this with every quad I get. I went in and I changed the filtering. I always like lower the filtering as much as I can. and something about it handled that fine, and it's just, yeah, it's just so easy to fly in the house. And again, it's super durable. You know, I've tumbled it down the stairs, I've ran it into walls, tables, my kids will like swat it out of the air because they're jerks. But yeah, I don't, you know, again, I don't have a lot of basis for comparison. So yeah, I guess to sum it up, the VTX performance is good, no issues there. No real issues with the receiver. Camera is decent. You know, it is a micro cam, so it does have that kind of fisheye effect. And it doesn't handle like dynamic range super well, but you know, it works well enough. I like the LEDs. I love having programmable LEDs, you know, as long as it's not like something that I have to install that adds weight. I mean, if they come built in, I love it. I think the two main takeaways for me are it's like extremely durable, and it's just crazy easy to fly. Maybe you guys can tell me why it's so easy to fly. Because again, you know, I've flown a bunch of quads indoors, but like nothing that was as controllable as this and as like predictable. Alright guys, so that's just like kind of a quick look at the Newbeedrone BeeBrain, or Newbeedrone Acro BeeBrain Brushless. That is a lot. Let me know what you guys think, and as always, thanks for watching.